I still think we could score another 6, personally. Tell a story about something that happened when you were still in school. There's a lot of interesting stories. You guys want to know the story of when yeah, I'll tell that story. So, while, the French failed to do anything, when I was in 7th grade, we, in PE, physical education, just in case that might not be, like, a universal thing, we had this unit where we played, what was it called? It was like frisbee. It was like, I actually forgot what it's called, but it's like if you played, it's like handball, but with the frisbee. Ultimate frisbee. That's what it was. Ultimate frisbee. I don't know if there's actually like a sports fan base for this, or if this is even a real sport. I could be wrong. It definitely could be. But, so when it was raining, because usually when we were like doing this unit, it would be outside, and for some reason, actually, like whenever we played the games of Ultimate Frisbee, they wouldn't be on the grass, they'd be on hard, solid fucking concrete for some reason. Don't ask me why, because I don't know either. But you know, usually when it was like, actually no, like everything was pretty normal. No injuries, no nothing, surprisingly enough. I'm sure I got a few scratches like falling on the ground trying to like jump up for a frisbee or something. Cause like I was pretty, you know, like I like to have fun in the air, when it came to playing shit like this. But then like one day it was raining. So we couldn't go out onto the asphalt and do this, because if we did, there would actually be, like, maybe several deaths, because people would be slipping once they jumped and fucking fall on their heads. So instead, we played Ultimate Frisbee in the gym. And the gym, you know, I wouldn't exactly say has the softest of floors, you know? I would say it's actually pretty hard, you know, like hardwood in some cases. I'm actually not too sure what the material of the floor was, because I know it wasn't like wood, but it was like, it was some kind of tile, you know, like some kind of material that I probably learned about in school and forgot. Anyways, though, going on back to the story, we were playing Ultimate Frisbee, you know, normal things were going on. I was jumping up in the air, catching the frisbee, trying to like score like fucking touchdowns or some shit. I don't know. It was weird. But then one time, and here's like how my memory kind of remembers all of this. I saw a frisbee get thrown to me. I jump, and then just I black out at that very moment. And it was the weirdest experience, because when I woke up, because it was like, it felt like I went black for about like a second or two, and then like I wake up, like my eyes are like kind of like slowly opening, and I just kind of notice, oh wait, my fucking light is dead. I just kind of forgot about that. But yeah, anyways, I kind of noticed that I can't stop banging my head on the gym floor. So basically I started convulsing. which like, I don't know if you guys have like, I feel like a lot of people who have had seizures, when it just kind of happens, you don't really have a reaction, because you just don't really know what the fuck is going on, especially if it's the first time around. Because like, yeah, I would have probably been freaking out had I known what was actually going on. But like in that moment when I was just having like convulsions, like a proper seizure on the fucking gym floor, like straight up head just constantly banging the fucking floor, and it banged multiple fucking times. Like it didn't really like faze me whatsoever. I'm sure my classmates were definitely fucking terrified. Like I think one of them was just like a few of them were actually like crying, because yeah, seeing a seizure is terrifying. Like, from what I heard later on in the day was that like my eyes were like rolled in the back, like rolled in the back of my head or whatever, and that might have been like before I actually woke up, because like I could see just fine. But yeah, so my head was just constantly like banging the gym floor for like at least a minute. If it had gone any more, there probably would have been permanent damage. But luckily, someone finally came to the rescue and put like a towel over my head or something, and like I guess that stopped me. And so it was so weird because then they were just like someone like call his parents or something, and so they called my mom. And back then I was kind of a bit of a picky eater and didn't really eat like that much in general. I still kind of need to work on that. I'm not picky anymore. I just like, you know, when you're editing and shit and you're just in the zone, you kind of forget to eat. It's unhealthy, I know. But back then my mom was just like, oh, he probably didn't like eat lunch or something. He's probably feeling like woozy. He probably just collapsed or something from being like malnourished. So she when the PE teacher like called her, she was just like, oh, get him orange juice, completely not realizing that I had just had a fucking seizure. I don't think the PE teacher or anyone actually mentioned the fact that I had a fucking seizure, right? And so like they quickly just run to the cafeteria, like thinking this is the cure to a seizure or some shit, and just get me some orange juice. And don't get me wrong, that was some refreshing orange juice. When you have a seizure and you like you know have like a refreshing drink, I don't know, it did feel kind of special in a way. I advise you to not have a seizure and then try that. But yeah, that happened, and then my dad comes driving. Oh shit! Whoa! Oh! Oh! Oh, it's almost 2. It's almost 2. It's alright, boys. It's alright. We'll get it soon. But my dad finally gets to the school, and he's here to like pick me up and like bring me to the fucking hospital because we don't really know what's going on. I seemed particularly fine, despite having banged my head on the gym floor like 20 different times. But like once my dad came, we're just like, okay, yeah, it's time to go to the hospital, stuff like that. I try and get up on my own, and what I didn't realize was alongside my head also banging the gym floor, my ankle was. So once I tried getting up, I immediately fell right back down because I sprained my ankle in the whole process of this. But yeah, went to the hospital. The most stressful part about the hospital really was just like hoping to God there was no internal bleeding in my brain, because that would have not been fun. But I had a CT scan and everything seemed fine. I just had like a massive fucking bruise on my head and a sprained ankle. And so, you know, what's a little tiger bomb not gonna fix? So, yeah, that was, that's probably the most interesting school story I have. I'd love to see the chat here. So that's why you support Arsenal. Yes. Marquez Brownlee plays it pro? I didn't know that. That's pretty sick. Whoa! Oh my god! However, we scored.